The news is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Romney Turtle Pier Park, NV Salon, Nail Spa and Barbershop, Tisley Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, and Digicel, simply more speed, reliability and entertainment. In an attempt to steer the United Kingdom away from taking on the #1 recommendation of the Commission of Inquiry, which is to temporarily partially suspend the Constitution of the Virgin Islands, leader of the National Unity Government, Premier and Minister of Finance Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Whitley, said among the recommendations proposed to the United Kingdom by the National Unity Government is for the Governor of the Virgin Islands, His Excellency John J. Rankin, to sit over aspects of recommended reforms.
As the Government of National Unity continues its third week in office, I would like to provide you with an update on key issues regarding reform. First, reform itself remains a top priority of my administration. We are committed to implementing the Commission of Inquiry report recommendations and making other needed reforms. However, to do so, we must proceed in a structured and organized way. The CoI report calls for its recommendations to be implemented under direct rule, in which the governor would sit as the sole authority. Alternatively, however, the Government of National Unity has conceptualized how implementation would work under democratic governance, in which the governor, premier, cabinet, ministries, and the House of Assembly work together to implement the recommendations. The Government of National Unity's proposal submitted to the United Kingdom outlines a framework for implementation along these lines, which would divide responsibilities accordingly. The governor would be responsible for overall implementation of the CoI report recommendations in partnership with the Premier and monitoring the government's work program and implementation timetable. The Premier would support implementation of the recommendations of the CoI report through engagement with the governor and coordination of the ministries of government. As the leader of government business in the House of Assembly, I would also drive the legislative form agenda regarding. The Cabinet would be responsible for agreeing and passing policies necessary to implement reforms. Ministries would be responsible for implementing the reform policies agreed by Cabinet. And the House of Assembly would be responsible for passing all relevant legislation necessary for delivering reforms. The Government of National Unity believes that this approach would allow for the successful implementation of the CoI report recommendations under continued democratic governance.
That's shared with the territory yesterday, May 24, 2022. With this JTV News Update, Kathy Richards.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Deliciously smooth.
Hey, you. Put on some muscle?
I did?
No.
rapid growth and reliance on digital systems has opened new vulnerabilities, and additional layers of cybersecurity are required to combat sophisticated cyber attacks. Simply Secure's security management solution helps overcome these challenges. Our service includes 24/7 protection for network devices, computers and servers with automatic restoration, security audits, and penetration testing. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Contact us today.